It's been another couple of tough weeks for Gavin Newsom. When will this guy learn? A fire aid investigation, legal losses, and more taxpayer funds unaccounted for. Lucky for you and unlucky for him, I'm here to break down the basics of California Governor Gavin Newsom's latest political chaos. Because the governor's docket reads like a nonstop courtroom drama. Let's start with a fire aid investigation, shall we? Not great for Newsom. $100 million raised and essentially zero has gone to fire victims. Apparently, the money actually went almost all to consultants. $100K to a voting project. Another $100K to podcasters, $500,000 to political advocates, another $500,000 to racial equity in the music industry, another $500,000 to administrative costs. No wonder the victims are angry, and Spencer Pratt's running for mayor of LA. But wait, there's more. Lawsuits and legal smackdowns abound. Newsom has been in the courts almost as much as he's pushed his way in front of the camera. Not sure you've noticed, but he's been aggressively suing the federal government lately. From fighting Trump's tariffs to challenging immigration enforcement and SNAP benefit freezes, positioning California as sort of a megaphone for statewide resistance. Side note, major fraud tends to pause additional billions flowing into your state. But there's a twist. In at least one high-profile battle over California's new congressional maps, Prop 50, a federal challenge is moving forward, and Newsom's side has already been forced to pivot after a judge sided against California's attempt to block the legal challenge and avoid an immediate sanction. We literally still don't know what maps we're working off of in the midterms. And then there's the no tax on tips snatchback. Federally, a law was passed that would exempt tips from tax. But in Sacramento, Newsom hasn't adopted it into California code yet, and service workers in the state are not thrilled. Critics are framing this as politicians playing politics with worker paychecks, especially since beefed up tip deductions passed in Washington don't automatically apply in California without a state law change. Meanwhile, the governor's facing fresh blowback over a federal funding loss tied to DMV policy. California delayed canceling tens of thousands of commercial driver licenses issued to non-citizens, and transportation officials are now withholding roughly $160 million in federal transportation funds as a result. So in the span of a couple of weeks, Newsom has gone from grifting fire aid victim money to fighting Trump in court to debating tax code tweaks to losing federal money over driver's licenses. Whether you think he's heroically defending California or theatrically resisting everything federal, one thing's for certain. Between lawsuits, funding fights, and policy rollouts that aren't rolling, the last thing this guy is doing is being anywhere near an even decent state leader. But as always, I want to know what you think.